and acknowledges the instructions of Pat Burns as he's fighting.
Referee Frank Santori Jr. tells Saunders, I'll have no part of you using your left arm as a flipper or a forearm. Sneaky right hand lead by Saunders that time. Danny, now this is where he wants to fight it. He loved to fight in here, but you better be throwing.
Yeah, and I'd like to see him take a step back, too, and then throw some shots, because it's there for him against Saunders. Take a step back.
You're so right, Benny. You're so right. If he took that step back and unleashed that uppercut, he could snap that head. There it is.
Yeah.
Right there. Just step right back. That's exactly what you said.
And then come back with a left, too, just like Pat was telling him. Now back up. Now all of a sudden Saunders is doing it.
Yeah, Saunders nailed him with a pretty good right hand. And for as awkward as I was talking about the way his punches were thrown, that right hand didn't look awkward. Somehow or other, when you land a crisp shot on the jaw of your opponent, it doesn't look awkward. And that one looked like it had plenty of power, but that's conditioning for Danny Santiago because he got hit flush on the jaw, yet it didn't shift him at all. He's down on his heels a little bit more, and he doesn't seem to have quite as much bounce in his legs, and he goes with a right hand lead for one of the few times during the course of the fight. Saunders cracks him on the inside again.
But right there where Santiago is right there, he's not doing anything. He's just leaning against him, and not really creating any kind of angles for himself punching-wise.
I think Saunders has stolen this round, to be honest with you. I think the one hard punch that he landed, plus he's sort of out hustling Danny right now. Danny moves side to side. See, it looks awkward sometimes when he throws the punches, but I think he sort of out hustled Danny in that third round.
I agree with you. I'm going to give that one to Saunders.
I got Saunders winning 1 and 3. And we're big fans of Danny, only because we know him better than Saunders. There he is, Raquel Saunders.
And here's some of the action in that round number 3. Danny Santiago trying to fight inside, but then Raquel Saunders very, very slick in his way of landing some of those straight shots and finding punching angles for himself and finding the target, which is Danny Santiago. Santiago choosing to stay inside, but not throwing the punches. Pat Burns told him to throw the left hand, and he did not throw the left hand in that particular round. Landed an uppercut when he did finally take that step back and then load up on that uppercut.
Pat Burns has got some night going. He's part of Big Star. He's training a fighter tonight. He's done color commentary. He's done everything but blow up the footballs around here at the University of Miami campus tonight.
Well, he blew up the basketball.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah, basketball.
All right. Here we go. Round 4. The Colonel Bob Sheridan here with Benny Ricardo. Pat Burns is working in the corner right now, but he's part of our broadcast team. Our principal's in there. Danny Santiago with the gray trim on his black trunks with his back to you, facing you. With the braided hair, I was corrected by our Rastafarian friends, is Raquel Saunders. Saunders having a pretty good fight so far. It's a tough, hard fight. We're at the halfway point now. We're in the 4th round, and this is scheduled originally for 8, but it's been dropped down to 6. Look at Saunders just so out hustling, Benny.
Yeah, and again, even though he's not using that 5-inch reach advantage like he should, he is actually pretty slick in the way he's fighting close and then backing up and punching.
Break.
Boy, I'm struggling to say what can Danny do to offset this now. I mean, you don't want to get too much of a fight from the outside because this guy has such a reach advantage. But he's got a terrific jab and he's not using it. He's not jabbing his way in. He just walks in, put his hands on his shoulder, rather his head on his shoulder, and then wants to pound his body, and they sort of tie each other inside.
But here's where Danny's got to stay busy, though. He's got to stay busy. Throw the left hand. Throw the left hand. See how he hasn't thrown it? He's leaning everything to the right.
He caught him with the uppercut. He's trying to hurt him with one shot, and he's trying to make his living with a one shot. A good body shot that time. Decent body shot, I should say. Not a real good one. A decent body shot. And here he is fighting the same style he's had it, but he connected on the uppercut. He's landed that uppercut twice in this round, which has been effective for him. But he's got to take the step back to land it. He missed the left hook, but he caught him with the right hand of the body.
Yeah, but those one shots at a time are not going to do it.
No.
He's got to stay busy, and he's got to just make up his mind and then take the move laterally, and throw your shots. He's just waiting right now.
Yeah, and Saunders has his left glove on the right cheek of Santiago, and Santiago is kind of holding his arm in, and then they flail with the offhand. And that's not going to get the job done. Danny, that's what I like to see.
That's
the
it
jab,
right there, at that
but he
distance.
needs a double jab. He needs a double jab. Now he's caught inside again. And the problem is, and they're really going, Santiago has done a nice job and landing body shots, and now he's landing more uppercuts on the inside. So he's trying to get position to land that uppercut again. Instead he goes with the right hand, but he really is fighting this thing. Oh, nice job that time. Double right hand to the body and back upstairs. But he's not shifting Saunders, so Saunders comes back with a cracking right hand of his own. Saunders is tough, let me tell you.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Tough guy.
And he's in great physical shape. He can fight at this pace the entire 6 rounds of this fight.
Well, I tell you, he dropped down from cruiserweight into, right around 175. He actually came in at 176, but this is the weight that he should be fighting at. As awkward as I said he is from time to time, he looks terrific to me tonight. He's got good guys with him, too. He's got Gerald Weaver, Tyrell Bridges, and Dave Summerfield that all work with him, so he's got a nice corner with him as well. We talked about Pat Burns. We'll give a little break to Rayco Saunders' corner as well. There he is, Rayco.
And I got this fight dead even now, based upon that last round.
I thought I won that round.
No, Danny, you had it. You hit him with some good uppercuts, some good shots, and then you let him off the hook. You actually hurt him. Get on him.
And here's some of the action. Danny Santiago, the shorter of the two fighters. Rayco doing a good job inside. Those were the good uppercuts. That was a great uppercut right there by Danny Santiago. But again, he doesn't throw them often enough. It's there for him, but he just doesn't throw them often enough. Rayco doing a good job right there, stepping back and then throwing the right hand.
Don't lay in that circle. Step back, right up that left hand. You got to go. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You need a knockout to win.
Okay. You got to listen.
Oh, this is when the Hyper brothers need to be hyper because you need to get a fire into this guy a little bit.
But you know what? They're not taking any chances. There was a Spanish instruction and English instruction to Danny Santiago.
That's good. That's good. I gave Saunders the first round, and the third round I gave Santiago the second and the fourth. So did you say you had a dead even after
I got
four?
a dead even. I got dead even. I gave Saunders the last 2 rounds. I gave Santiago the first 2.
So we're at the same spot. We got there different. Now here's Santiago trying to pick it up a little bit.
And that was what Pat told him to do. Throw the right uppercut and then right away throw the left hand behind that.
Well, he said this guy takes instructions. The only problem is that Saunders is so much stronger fighting as a light heavyweight than I saw him fight as a cruiserweight. This is his weight. This is perfect for him. He's much stronger than I think Danny Santiago thought he was getting involved with this guy. A little bit deceptive, his record of 15-7 with the draw and only the 7 knockouts. But remember, he's been fighting in a heavier weight classification. This is his weight.
And that's why it's always a pleasure to meet with these fighters the day before, because you can look in the eyes and you can tell that confidence that they have. Rayco Saunders was very, very confident, that calm, almost that calm before the storm, that he was going to have a great outing tonight.
Well, the light heavyweight division consists of guys like Antonio Tarver, Glenn Coffey Johnson, Zolt Edders, a guy from Hungary. Roy Jones Jr. is still considered active. Clinton Woods, Fabrice Tiozzo. And you get that Polish kid, Thomas Adamak, who's coming on terrific. And the Australian Paul Briggs, along with Eric Harding from West Hartford, Connecticut. So there's a pretty good division, the light heavyweight division. It's not a glamour division, but there's some good fighters in that division, especially Antonio Tarver and Roy Jones Jr. As Danny cracks him with the right hand.
And 2 of those fighters, well, actually 3 of the top, Florida fighters.
Yeah.
So it's a great opportunity for Danny Santiago, and boy, it's slipping right now.
Well, this is a very, very tough fight for him because Saunders came here to win this fight. He didn't come here as a sparring partner. He didn't come here as an opponent. He came to win this fight.
And again, right now, right there, Santiago, waiting. Not throwing the uppercut like they told him.
Here's Danny trying to score in here. Remember, Saunders, I think, Benny, you pointed out at the very top of his show, sparred with Antonio Tarver as he got ready for the Roy Jones Jr. fight, and he did really well against Antonio.
Yeah, and that's when he felt that this should be his weight. He should fight as a light heavyweight. When you look back on his particular career, the most he's ever weighed was 192, and that was his last fight.
Danny's a terrific kid, but he's got his hands full with Saunders, who just won't let up. This guy's got a lot of hustle in him. In the rounds that he's won, I thought that he just sort of out-hustled Santiago. Santiago, you get the idea that if he wants to turn it up a notch, he can, but it's just not going well for him. For some reason, this fight is not matching up good for him. The reason is that Saunders is landing some hellacious shots from time to time, and that's got to be taking the heels down. I thought that Saunders won that round, Benny.
I think so, too. Stayed busy, was in command of the fight the whole time in that 5th round.
This is an excellent fight. A bit of a chess match on the inside. 2 tough guys, a great physical condition. This is what professional boxing should be and is all about when you